Okay, bear with me. There's the tank, and it extends to here. There's my ports for filling and draining and whatnot. So what I ended up doing is getting 2 fuel tank straps, which is what this is right here. And I will have a hard time showing you, but I could try. Up there's a nut or a bolt that connects the fuel tank strap to the frame. So I actually just took that bolt out and then attached this fuel tank strap to the same bolt, ran it over, put this channel of angle iron or whatever that is, bolted it up, and then I used a piece of that aluminum that I used for the sealing right here to give it a little extra support. So it's nice and light, but it supports it. And then to fill some space, I used some small pieces of that aluminum. So I think this is definitely going to offer enough support for the tank, and it's real sturdy. It's not moving around or anything in there. So next step will be running the water lines. We'll see how that goes, routing that all through there. So that's what's next. All right, so now I'll give you a little rundown of my plumbing system. There are 3 lines coming from the water tank. This line here, which is a vent. This one under here, which is connected to the water pump. A third, which is used to fill the tank, which used to go down here, and the fill port was right here, but I changed that, and now it is over here where my barrel is. So unfortunately I have a hole here and a plastic bag covering it right now, and still need to figure out how to get that patched one of these days. The vent was also connected to the fill port, and right now it's just hanging here, which is not ideal, but I just have it tucked up underneath the water pump. So this line back here goes to the water pump, which is right here. So it goes, it's a little hard to see, but it comes in and then it goes out. A short little PEX tube here, which goes to the accumulator tank. And then from the accumulator tank, there is a T. The top line, right with the blue tape, goes to the sink. And then the line that goes off to the left goes to the spigot. For the drain system, this is the drain of the sink. Goes into this tube here, which creates a trap, and then it goes into this 5-gallon container here. I just use this little hole here as a vent so it doesn't get pressurized. You can plug it up if you want to keep the odors from coming up. And then I have it just bungee corded in so it doesn't move around. And at the bottom, what I did is I cut about 1.5 inch hole in the bottom of this tank, and then I went to Home Depot and got all these components to make this little thing here. So the way I have this set up is I could turn this and all my gray water will stay in the tank. And then when I get out into the country or a gravel road, somewhere where I can dump the water, all I have to do is twist this and then the water flows through here, and then this pipe goes out through the bottom of the van. I just make sure not to put anything down the drain that would not be good to dump on the ground. One last thing to note, the sink has a hot water connection as well, but I do not have a hot water heater at the time, so I just put this little valve on here to keep water from backtracking through that hose. The faucet I ordered on Amazon. It was around $60 or $70. Not quite as quality as a more expensive faucet, but for a van, I think it works pretty good. Pulls out and has a couple different spray options, and feels really nice and sturdy.